Ooh.
Well, hello there.
Hey, hey, hey. I guess I hit the wrong button at the wrong time.
We came in earlier than expected. Hey, hey,
Yeah,
Lavale, how you
I
doing this
couldn't just
evening?
leave things alone, you know what I mean? I was supposed to just leave it alone. It was going to do it on its own, but no, I had to, it didn't look right. Let me touch this. So,
Well,
hello,
at least we got.
everybody. Welcome to Bamboozle by Lavale, and with my guest host, Ella Isaac. Um,
Hey there.
so,
We're on a little bit earlier than we thought, but we're here. At least we're in our positions ready.
yeah, I guess they just heard what I said, that I really touched things a little bit too fast. I couldn't, I was impatient. I just had to go. But
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't let that play out, and it was supposed to play out, and everything was supposed to come on fine. Zeke had schooled me very well before he left, but I just want to say he's not here with us today, so it's kind of me doing the operation of everything, so that's kind of why I may have touched something a little soon. Okay? So, give you
So
the
we're here
reason.
to
Go
tell you
ahead.
about what a wonderful show we had last week. It went extremely well. We had such really great responses that we're gearing up for round two, right, Lavale?
Yeah, you got that right. Everybody enjoyed our show. We've had a lot of good responses. We've had plenty of views from all over the place.
We sure did.
So we decided that we would jump into it and do it again one
That's
more
right.
time.
That's right. We had an excellent show, and you were saying earlier to me that we got some A-listers coming up in this next show.
Oh, our next show. You won't want to miss our next show. I mean, we have like only the best. I mean, people that have been doing their craft for over 30 years that are really, really involved in what they do. You will see by our little, later on, we're going to show you some of, we're going to show you who's on our show, and we're going to show you a little bit of their work, and tease you a little bit. We're bringing on one of the guests that's going to appear in the show.
Hmm.
She's going to be on the show. So I really want to see your comments, and right now I can't read them, Zeke. So Ella, can you see the comment section?
Yes, I can see, our very best favorites. Fern is here. Fern from Cali. Hey, Fern. She says she's sipping on something. She's sipping and she's ready to shop. We are not showing any work this week, unfortunately. So no hats, no jewelry to be shown. We want to talk about next week's show and give you a little bit of insight and a little taste of what you're going to see next week. Okay. Tiffany's in the house. Menhati's in the house. Mel. Floyd is here watching. Yoki, Marilyn. I see all of you guys. So they're here. They're waiting.
Oh, okay, great. I can't see my comments, so somehow or another I didn't do that part right. Maybe I'll get a break through the show and get it together, because it's nice to know all of you out there checking us out for getting ready for, and that you wanted to buy on this show. But like she said, you can go to our website. Um,
Yes.
you can go to our website. Let me, did I put that up, pull that up there?
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go to our websites if you're looking for something, and it's something that we've already made that will be available to you. The last show really exhausted both of us. I mean, and it exhausted our inventory also. So we have to make new things. We have to do something different. And so we really needed that time. And so we were going to try and get together a couple of pieces today to show, but in the end, believe me, it's better that we just talk about the people that we're going to have on our next show. Um, and if so we're just going to give you a little pre-taste of what we're really going to have, so you'll be able to shop then. And believe me, you are going to really want to shop. Like I said, we have some of the best people in their crafts, in their
We really
arts.
do.
I look them at all of them as artists in their own right. So no matter what it is that they do, they are artists.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, we had a great lineup last time, but you've got some, just like you said, A-listers, some people who have been around for a very, very long time. If you don't know their work, you're going to want to shop. Going to want to have a piece of their work next week. I don't know whether you want to do the rundown already about who's going to be coming on, or you want to wait for our artist.
I think I prefer to wait for an artist. So look, in your comments, give us I mean, let us, talk to us right now. It's an opportunity for us to know what you think about our show. We got plans. We want to go on to our next show. We've done,
Mm-hmm.
this will be our second one coming up. We'd like to expand it. So let us know what you think about what it is we're doing and how we're doing it. And if you've got some positive feedback or even negative feedback, I take that too. I was
Yes.
trained as a photographer, so little crit don't hurt me. I can be, I got strong shoulders. So if you think I did something wrong or I can improve on something, I think you should let me know. And by doing so, we'll try and make the show better.
I have to say that the people are saying that, nothing but the best. They, lots of compliments, and thank you for giving us the festival experience is one of the compliments. So, yeah, we're doing our best to bring you the artists that you've missed from the festivals this year, and bringing them to you in this online virtual marketplace. And like Lavalley said, we want to get bigger and better. So we appreciate any comments.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you a little story about the way that this came about. Um, uh, well, it's all of us as artists. We don't have a way of going to shows. We can't do any shows. So, and I was wondering, I said, well, what am I going to do, and how am I going to make some money while we're in COVID? Because this seems like this is going to happen for a while. So, one day I got in my car and I drove up to my mom's gravesite, and on my way coming back home, the idea hit me. He said, well, okay, so let's try and do this online. Let's see if it's possible to actually do that, to have a festival that operates online. And so well, I got Zeke involved, and Zeke was saying, "No, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, no, we can. We
You
can.
didn't
You
take
just,
no for an answer, though.
yeah, you just got to keep trying because, I was trained by an artist when I was young, and my first impression is of a guy that lives here in my hometown, and his name is Mr. We call him Mr. Thomas. He's an artist in his own right, by him, stands alone by himself. But when I was in his art class in seventh grade, he said, "There is nothing you can't do. No such word
Uh,
as can't." And I always remembered that word, that line, and that's one of my phrases that I always tell myself, that there's no such thing as can't. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. So I've kind of lived that motto throughout my life. So it's what I believe in, and if you believe in something, then you can do it. And I think that we're going in the right direction, like I said. So I don't know where we're going, but we're trying to do something so that we can, survive as artists. Because COVID's going to be around. All of us ain't going to take the shot. So we still going to have problems next summer. We, by the end of summer, we may be able to come out again, but online is going to be the only way that we're going to be able to survive. So with your support,
yeah.
we are going to be able to survive. We had some good shows. Everybody had good results. All of the people in the last show appreciated the show. Everybody made sales, so it was a good show. And
It, it, it was good, and we have, artists knocking at our door wanting to be on shows. So we know that we've got this one going on next weekend, and we know that we're gonna do it again. So Be prepared, everybody. Watch this space. We're going to get bigger and better, definitely.
Yeah. I asked Stella to join me. She came and joined me, and so we got to try and figure out, how. Oh, I can't keep that off. Um, there I go.
That I liked it on, but that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna bring it back up. Don't worry about it. It'll be back up.
Okay.
I thought we were getting time and close to getting ready
We
to
are.
bring
We're waiting
Damali
for our
on.
guest artist to
Our
join in
first,
with
our
us.
first artist of the evening. We're gonna be bringing her on, but we're gonna figure out how a name for our show. So we're gonna continue on. We've had success, and we're gonna keep on going. And I'm glad all you guys appreciate what we're trying to do, because it's a community. We're all community. We all belong to the same tribe here.
Yes. Yes. We've got Ken on Leatherworks, who was in the last show. She's giving us a lot of love in the comments.
Oh,
And Mel with KI Jewelry, she's giving us some love. She's going to be on our next show next week. So, yeah, very nice comments from everybody.
oh, that's great. That's really great. Okay, so our guest isn't here, so I guess we'll start we'll go into what our lineup is going to be about.
Okay, you want to start the rundown? Definitely.
Okay, so we're talking December the 18th, Friday. And this is going to be 5 to 4 Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to be Ella and
Oh,
I.
we have
And
Tamale coming in.
there we go. See, she's just about ready to come on in here. So I
Okay.
see her.
We have the wonderful Damali. Hold on one second, Damali. We see you. We're just going to get you in the picture right here.
Yes, hold
Uh-huh.
on.
Welcome. One second. Lavalasia's going to put you on screen.
If I can find her, I can't find her. Where is she? Let me find her. Give me a second here. I see her. I see her on that screen. Why is she on that screen and not on this screen? Oh, okay. I got it. No.
Oh,
What? Uh,
while Lavale's
yeah,
doing
let
that,
me
I'm just
figure
going to
that
give you a
out
little
here.
rundown of Damali, Miss Brenda Winstead, who is a self-taught designer who founded Damali African Wear 29 years ago. Um, Damali is an exquisite collection of clothing that uses hand woven and hand dyed fabrics from Africa. Often combined, she combines them with fine linens and silks and cottons and tapestry in a collage format reminiscent of quilt making. Each garment features distinctive trademark embroidery and asymmetric cuts of fabrics, creating artwork. To show me a picture of Damali.
Yeah, now we got her. I have her now. I had to go away for a second. There she is now, right?
There she is.
There she go. I
Okay.
got it now. Now let me add the two of us. I think we got it
Just to
now.
let you guys know, we,
There we
we
go.
don't have our tech guy this evening, so Lavale is controlling this all by himself. And so he's on a learning curve just like the rest of us. So just be patient, everybody. But it's so nice that he has us all three together now and we can see Damali. I'm going to say again, welcome. Welcome to the room. It's a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure's mine as well.
So
Yes,
really
yes,
nice to
wonderful.
have you on our show today. So I'm gonna let Ella
Damali is
start.
one of those icons in the business that we are very, very happy to have, who's going to be part of our show next week. And Damali, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and about your work, we'd love to hear it, especially the new customers that haven't seen you before.
Okay. As she said, I'm a self-taught designer. I've been in business 29 years this year, and primarily using hand woven and hand dyed textiles. One of the things that I do is I've been traveling to West Africa primarily for the past 29 years, partnering with different artisans who are creating, the textiles for my line so that I can offer really different and unique pieces. And it's also a way of preserving our culture by keeping the artisans in business, so to say. A lot of artisans in Africa, with things changing, have found it very difficult to continue their tradition. And some of the young people coming behind them are not really interested in this labor intensive work. So, part of my mission, in addition to getting the fabric for my line, is to keep this wonderful artwork going.
Now,
Okay,
some of the
I,
artisans that you work with, have you been working with them for many, many
I
years?
have, I have. I was very fortunate on some of my first trips to meet some wonderful artisans that are, many of them are still working. A few have retired, but many of them are still working. And then I've met new people along the way. And so
Okay.
I'm traveling primarily to West Africa, to Mali, where the bulk of my textiles come from. I also started about 4 years ago going to Guinea because I was very interested in their indigo tradition. And I go to Mauritania as well. Not so much anymore. I still order from them. They have the wonderful voiles that are, hand stitched and that I've found fabulous. And so those, I would say, those are the three countries.
Okay. Wonderful. And
okay.
what are you going to show us next
Yeah,
week? What wonderful
I'm
pieces?
going to bring up something of hers right now.
Ah,
Okay.
I
okay.
think I got that one and this one. There we
Okay.
go.
This is a picture of a tunic dress made out of the bogalon, commonly called mudcloth in this country. And it's just, it's just a swing top. Um, as I said before, I'm very interested in the traditional methods of making the bogalon, where all of the work is done by hand. So, about 10 years ago, I was very fortunate to start working with a women's co op. It's a co op of four women, and they just do fabulous, wonderful work in the traditional way, and also putting, their own artistic endeavors into it.
Okay. Have another piece, Lavalley?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Um, there it is. Is it? Okay.
Okay.
The other picture,
I
other
didn't
picture.
change. There
That
we go.
picture there, you can't. I also do some hand painting, and so this is an example of hand painted linen coat that I did some years ago. This is really kind of vintage Damali, but I still do painting, and I'll be showing some of my hand painted items in the show next week.
Oh, fantastic. Is it what is the fabric it's painted on? Is it
It's a
linen?
linen. It's a
Oh,
heavyweight linen that doesn't wrinkle easily. It's a dense weave, and I really enjoyed like working with it. Yes.
I don't
Okay,
think I've
hold
ever
on one
seen
second, and
those
I'm going to
before.
do
That,
the
that
other one.
looks vintage to me. So if you're going to be bringing back some of those, I'm very excited to
Okay.
see that.
Yeah.
And we
Hold
have
on.
another piece.
Yeah, hold on one second. Uh, oh, nope, wrong person, wrong thing. Come on, roll. My
Yes, we are embracing this new technology,
yeah,
and
now my screen is
I'm
my
definitely on a
screen is
learning curve. Yeah.
I can't move my screen for some reason or another. Why
Yeah.
is that?
One of the other things that,
Yeah,
a photograph will probably come up, is
it
that
will.
I specialize in indigo. I've always been very interested in the blues, and so and it's been a part of my line since the very beginning. And in 2012, I was able to. Okay, here's a
Yeah,
here's
now
a
I got it.
picture
Hold
of,
on
of
just
the
one
indigo.
second. Hold on one second.
So
I'm
I
gonna.
every other year I
There we go.
have a a big indigo show that specializes in just indigo. This jacket is a mixture of fabric from Nigeria, a shoke plus some of the adire. It's like a skirt and a jacket. I really try to work on things that you can get a lot of wear out of. And so this jacket could be paired with something more casual or something, a little bit dressier if you chose. Yes.
Oh, come on.
So
You,
Lavale.
that unity's up.
Lavale, lavale,
Right?
lavale,
Yeah.
lavale,
So
lavale.
this is part of
so
my like indigo collection, and I'll be showing some indigo next week.
Okay.
I think that's what you're known for is indigo,
Yes, I
definitely.
hope so. I love it.
You are. You know, you think indigo and wonderful indigo clothing, and you think Damali African wear, definitely.
One
So
of the
my,
things that I call like the indigo is sort of like our black, because when you get a piece, people you can just really wear it often, and then if you it'll go with things that you already have, and then you can add to the collection as you go along, and you'd be surprised how many
stop.
things like really can go
Bye.
Hmm.
together. So it's something that people really enjoy, and it's probably my biggest seller.
Okay,
Okay.
my screen is locked and I can't seem to get back to where I need to be.
Yeah.
So can you get back to myself and Damali?
That's what I can't. I don't
We're
have you
both
on my
on. I can
screen.
see you.
Yeah, it's off of my
You're on the
screen here.
screen.
It's off
Yeah.
of my
We can
screen.
talk
So
to each other for a minute
yeah,
while
just
Lavely
for a
Right,
sorts
minute.
that out.
right.
Let me. I'm gonna leave the room and come back in. You guys can keep talking now. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, now I'm good.
5 p.m. Okay, just so everybody knows,
Yeah,
Sunday,
now I
4 to
got it.
5, that's when she's going to be showing her work. So be prepared, everybody. You're going to be wowed by what you see. And make sure you have your credit cards ready because you're going to want to purchase some of her work. Okay, be prepared. This is and her work is definitely something you need one of her pieces in your closet.
Yeah,
Damali
when I
is.
first saw this lady's work, I've been stunned ever since I ever first saw her work, and that was probably back in the early 2000s is when I first ran into her. But
Well, thank you
ever
very
since,
much.
I've always admired her, the quality of her work, and it stands out amongst anybody's fashion sense that on her line, it just it's just wonderful work, and you will know that it's a Damali.
Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Well, thank you very much, Damali, for coming on today. We really appreciate it. If there's anything else you want to add to let people know to come on next weekend, feel free.
Well, I just look forward to seeing you next weekend, and I'm hoping that you also watch all of the wonderful artisans that will be a part of this effort. It's really it's my pleasure to be a part of it, to be surrounded with people that I've known for many years. So see you next week.
Remember, Sunday from 4 to 5, Damali. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you.
Of course.
All right.
All right. So, um,
Okay.
I need. I should have switched
So,
that up, but we'll just leave it like that. I think it'll be okay.
okay. So if your screen is good, are we able to showcase all the artists that are going to be on?
Yeah, I think I got it back together again. There's a little thing that you have to do when you don't, when things don't work right, and it's like you have to leave and come back in. And so really, when I left and came back in, everything was set back up a different way, so I could control it a little bit better.
Okay.
But I hadn't had that experience where the screen sort of didn't roll, didn't want to come down, or couldn't get to what I needed to get to. I know what I needed to press, but couldn't press it. So okay, so go ahead, Ella. I'm going to let you. You're going to introduce the first artist. Am I correct? Ella, are you there? Ella, where are you now? Am I on the? Am I by myself? Hello. Oh, there you are. Are you there now?
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. So, are you ready to present the first artist here?
Yes. Just don't see my picture, but yes, I can present.
Okay. How's that? You're still not there, right? What did I haven't done? Come on, don't do that.
Okay. I see Robbie. I'm going to talk about Robbie because he's our first artist.
Yeah, that's what I thought I put up. That's who's up, right?
Okay, so Friday, 5 to 6, Lavalley and myself are going to be on first. Okay, 5 to 6, and then 6 to 7 we have Robbie, Sylvester Robbie Robinson. Uh, Designs and makes sculptured leather pouches and handbags. The bag's designs, shapes, and colors are inspired by art, various cultures, and nature. He prides himself in the quality of the leather that is selected for its color and texture, and is wet or heat formed to make bags with lovely color combinations. Robbie wear, unusual shapes, and interesting openings, and each bag is one of a kind in color, combination, and individually signed. Robbie Ware. He is 6 to 7 on Friday. Next artist we have is
Musician.
Kosawa from 7 to 8. Lavalley, I just want to tell you I don't see anything on my screen,
Oh,
but
really?
Okosawa is from 7 to 8.
She's up on the Facebook page.
Okosawa, for over 40 years, Okosawa has explored her artistic vision through the medium of jewelry design. She works with various materials that create distinctively sculptural works of art. Each signature collection details intricate designs as a representation of her style, and her work incorporates resins, woods, metals, and recycled materials, embellished with colorful rare beads and semi-precious stones. Her jewelry is wearable art that reflects Black culture. That is Akosawa. She is on Friday from 7 to 8. From 8 to 9, we have Sirha Piasadi. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. I'm just waiting for her image to come up. Sirha is a designer based in Baltimore, and she designs and produces a unique style of limited edition clothing for men and women. She is an alumnus of Howard University and the Rhode Island School of Design. Her has Eastern design concepts and cuts in her clothing, along with the ancient art of hand block printing in Pakistan and Morocco. So she collaborates with artisans in Pakistan to design and carve her blocks and develop her own hybrid collection. So she will be presenting her work on Friday from 8 to 9. Serhair Prasada, and I hope I haven't butchered her name, Serhair Prasada. And then next, Lavalley, we have
Next we have
Floyd.
Brother Floyd. We got Brother Floyd C. He is the owner and artist and founder of Elements of the Earth, handcrafted jewelry, art by Floyd. This is a personal friend of mine, Brother Floyd. His last name is Brother Floyd Banks. He's the owner of Elements of the Earth. And Elements of the Earth is a unique wearable arts jewelry design experience dedicated to creating exquisite jewelry that blends contemporary beauty with a soulful reverence from the past. Elements of the Earth utilizes natural, precious, and semi-precious gemstones. Let me see, Brother Floyd. There we go. Floyd C. was inspired to begin designing jewelry over 40 years ago after seeing a beaded bracelet that his wife purchased at a holiday festival. He studied fashion design at I can't remember the school. I went to school with him at that school while he went to fashion design. Los Angeles College, Los Angeles City College of, that's what it was. Not LACC, it was LA Trade Tech. Now I got it together. Okay, so here's another piece of Brother Floyd's work. But Brother Floyd will be on the show on Friday, and I think his time schedule is 8 to 9, right? And that's Eastern
Yes,
Standard
9
Time.
to 10, Floyd.
Oh, okay, that's Eastern
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, Brother Floyd was a California designer. Now he's in Texas, as with our next brother, which will be Brother LaShawn Bill, another Texan that moved to Texas from Detroit. And LaShawn is a fine art artist, contemporary artist. You've seen him on our show before. If you haven't, he challenges and expresses himself through many mediums. The ground surfaces and canvases that he used have its own distinct and matchless character. After mastering the technical subtleties of different mediums and subject matter, Bill is content with the spirit that drives him to create a particular work of art. Okay, he has done extensive traveling through the Far East, South Africa, South America, and Europe. So I love this brother's work. He'll be back on our show on Friday. He'll end Friday night. He's our last guest on Friday night. And then we'll be moving into our next day, which will be December the 19th. And we're going to have Brother Marvin Sin up. Okay?
Yeah,
So I'm going to let you talk about Marvin, and I'm going to see if I can do something to restart everything to make everything work a little bit better. Okay?
Yes, Marvin is coming on, Marvin Sin, on Saturday from 6 to 7 p.m. Marvin Sin, again, you must have a piece of his. He presents the art of leather, an odyssey of 50 plus years in the pursuit of mastery, fusing original fine arts and unparalleled leather craftsmanship. He combines arts and functional objects in his work and creates original, one of a kind creations incorporating drawing, carving, sculpture, and painting into representations that are culturally resonant and stunningly beautiful. Each piece features powerful and culturally engaging imagery, immaculate detail, and vibrant colors worthy of art gallery exhibition. His works move off the wall and onto time tested, durable, detailed leather accessories. I mean, that just sounds all amazing. They are bags, they are beautifully made, just fabulous pieces of work, a must have in your wardrobe. Through his wearable art, he has created a global traveling art exhibition, inviting you through your purchase to become a collector, sharing art emotion wherever you flow in the world. Again, he is a 50 plus years artist. He has created bags that have endured for decades. They still come around to see him at shows. Bags that he created in the 70s, 80s, and 90s are still in daily use today. So, Marvin Sin, you'll be very, very happy to get one of his pieces. He is on Saturday from 6 to 7 p.m. Okay. Next, we have Brenda Brunson Bay. Is her image up, Lavalley?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
it
takes you a
just takes
minute.
you a minute to get it.
Okay. So, Brenda Brunson Bay, she was on our last show and received rave reviews. She's back again. Her time slot is Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. Brenda's company name is Tribal Truths Collection. She's based in New York. And she designs a clothing line that doesn't just cater to familiar trends. Instead, the clothes at Tribal Truths Collection exalt African culture while remaining in the forefront of current styles. She defines what she does as Africen fused, meaning centered in the African perspective in fabrications and silhouettes, but fused with all the other influences we share, which would be European, Asian, Native American. She creates for culturally and socially conscious women from 18 to 80 and beyond. And her customer runs the gamut from petite to plus size. Here are some of her pieces. I know you can see them. Her design career is somewhat genetic. Her family on her father's side were all seamstresses and tailors, and she feels a responsibility spiritually and creatively to carry on the traditions of her mentors, which would be her aunt, Ruth Reed, and her father, Bill Brunson Sr. I could say a whole lot more about Brenda Brunson Bay. She has been around for many, many years, just as these other artists have been that we're going to show you this weekend. Her time slot is 7 to 8 p.m. on Saturday. So make sure you set your clocks ready for her along with everybody else. So next we have Timbuktu Lavalley.
That's right. That's Brother Henry Baba Osaji Kobe, more so known as Sarge. Everybody knows him as Sarge. He's been around quite a long time. The brother he's from Philadelphia. And after he returned from Vietnam, he saw people vending on the streets, and that interested him, selling different wares. And so he got interested in the jewelry making process, and he's been making jewelry ever since. And so that must have been in the 60s, because I think Vietnam was in the 60s, because I was there too. But Brother Osajifu is not only a master jeweler, the brother has, it's called Timbuktu Art Colony. So he teaches and he brings brothers along. I've watched him bring brothers from, the very beginnings of trying to wrap a piece of wire around something to being able to make a beautiful piece of jewelry all of their own, all expressed by themselves. Brother Asajifu is he's a master craftsman. So him along with his partners, he has a couple of partners along with him in his business, and so they strive to bring you a piece of Africa into your world. They here's another piece. Lots of amber, sterling silver, onyx, turquoise. Like I said, this brother's a master craftsman. Everybody knows about him, and they also know about Timbuktu Art Colony. His son is a jeweler, his brother is a jeweler, so the whole family is have some experience in the jewelry world. Okay, so that's going to be on, and he's I think the 8 to 9 slot. Am I correct?
Yes, Saturday 8 to 9, Timbuktu.
Yeah, that's correct. And then we have
We have
Miss Brewster.
Karen Buster.
Yes, Karen Buster is a native Baltimorean, and she's become a skilled artist developing her own style of flavor. Within her work, Karen has mastered a unique cutting technique using the blade of a precision knife, which is comparable to a surgeon's scalpel. For over 36 years, Karen has perfected her precision with a knife along with a keen eye of perception. So this girl has some stuff that you are really, really going to want to have. She's also a Delta, so she say, I'm an artist and I'm a Delta for life. So if you belong to any one of those sororities, the sister's got something for you. She's going to, her artwork, she's going to display her artwork and some of her other things that she had. Okay, and that's Miss Karen Buster. All right, next up we're going to have, I think for the evening, our last guest of the evening is going to be Mr. Aaron. And Aaron owns a very unique clothing company called Unities. Aaron is from out of Washington, D.C. He himself came from out of New York, I think Deer Park, New York. And he's been in D.C. ever since he went to Howard University. I know Brother Aaron personally for a long, long time. His artwork has really changed over the years, and his designs have changed over the years. His tie-dye techniques are like a reverse tie-dye, I've bought plenty T-shirts, plenty sweatshirts, anything that Aaron puts together. You almost want something from his closet because he brings it out. Him and his whole family, as his wife and his son are also in. It's a family business. Everybody's involved. You can catch him. His show comes on also on Facebook. Okay, and that's Unities. That's Brother Aaron Johnson. All right. Here's.
Okay, I'm going to do Sunday. Before I do that, Lavely, one comment, they're having trouble hearing you, little quiet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to talk about Sunday. So we're on a little bit earlier on Sunday. We start at 2 o'clock. So myself and Lavely will be showing hats and jewelry, 2 to 3 Sunday. After Lavely and myself, we have Sister Fire from 3 to 4. Sister Fire, her name is Tite, good friend of mine. She is a metalsmith jeweler artist, and she began her journey in 1999, launching Sister Fire Creations, now known as Art Jewelry by Sister Fire. As both an artist and metalsmith, Miss Pa Wu is involved in the entire process, from inspiration to sketching to producing the finished piece, the finest precious and semi precious stones and metals, and her unconventional materials and techniques, creating pieces that are more of an art sculpture than jewelry. The level of her creativity in her pieces are in a class by itself. The works, they draw their influence from her African ancestry. Her family is from Liberia, and she's very strong in her foundation of African craftsmanship. She does really top-notch quality work. She does great work with silver, and I love how she's an authentic crafts person, and that she really stands by what she likes to design, and she doesn't really follow trends. Her collection, her latest collection, can be summed up as modern African elegance. So, Sister Fire, on Sunday, she will be here from 3 to 4 p.m., so look out for her. And our next artist on Sunday is going to be Tamale, who we had earlier. If you were watching, I can tell you again that Damali is a self taught designer. Her name is Brenda. Brenda founded Damali African Wear 29 years ago. Damali is an exquisite collection of clothing that uses hand woven and hand dyed fabrics from Africa. Now, Damali travels to many of the countries in West Africa. She mentioned Mali earlier, and she's really known for her indigo pieces. She goes and she works with various artisans in these West African countries, forming relationships with them and bringing forth this ancient craft into her clothing. You're going to love her work, and she is going to be on Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. Tamale African Wear. Our next artist.
Yeah, it's going to be Miss Deborah Shedrick. And she says she was born an artist. Creating is my source of being and adds meaning to my existence. Art has given me a gift of living in balance and harmony. I live and love art. I welcome you to an imagination of vibrant colors and texture. My style is my own. As a self taught artist, I spend countless hours exploring new ways to communicate. Working in one medium is not sufficient. Figurative, abstract, and mixed media are the languages in which I speak. My body of work is unique and individual, colorful, peaceful, and spiritual. Each piece of my art is a love letter I have written to you. When my art speaks to you and you are touched, my creative process is complete. And we had Deborah on our last show. We didn't get a chance to see her work the way that we should have seen her work, so she was one of the first artists that I wanted to have back on again so that we could really show her work, because I've been a fan of hers for a long, long time. I own several of her original pieces, and so I wanted you to share in her work. Okay? So next up, and I'm going to go take care of my dog while you... I hope you
Okay.
guys can hear him in the background.
Okay, so
Okay.
the next artist is Melody Burns, Mel Mel, we call her. Her business name is KI Jewelry. Something I didn't know, which I found out earlier today, that Mel has a background in medicine, practicing as a physician assistant, which I thought that was quite interesting. So after 20 years, she decided to leave the security of that profession to pursue her dream, which is the art of silversmithing. She enrolled in the Jewelry Art Institute in Manhattan in 1998, and that's when the joy of creating jewelry began. So, although not practicing traditional medicine, she's learned that stones and colors have healing properties, And so the healing continues with her work. You will see beautiful pieces, lots of color, lots of vibrant blues and greens and radiant colors come from her jewelry. I quite enjoy looking at it. If you didn't know, KI jewelry the KI stands for Kiini Ibura, which means the innermost part of something special in Swahili. So KI Jewelry will be on Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. And just so you know, all of these times are Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, she and I go way back too. I remember her when she used to do the massages and bring the massage table and all that stuff around.
You're a little quiet, Lavallee.
I'm sorry, I was just commenting on Mel's work. Okay, I've known her for such a long time. I knew her when she used to do the massages and stuff, long time ago. Before she started making the jewelry, she was a
Yes.
medical
Yes, me
professional.
too.
Yeah, yeah. So, so our next artist on Sunday is going to be G Baby. We had G Baby on, and Sylvia Corn. We had her on our last show also, and she was such a success. We decided to bring her back on also. Um, uh, as you know, G Baby does her own thing. Does her bags. She paints on her on different pieces, bags, cutting boards, pillows, tote bags, face plates, switch plates. So G Baby art is just about all over the place. And a journal. This is her new thing, her journals and her calendars. She first started doing this by having to create something because her daughter didn't have anything to display what she was really all about. And her daughter was a TV star back in the days of, what show was that? Nickelodeon's. Okay, so
Right,
this was the
right.
inspiration for her to do that art, and so this was the start of her artwork. Now, our last artist we don't have right now. Let's see. Uh, he's not going to be available to us. That's going to be Brother Alon. And Alon has decided to come back onto our show again. Our last show with Alon was a disaster, so we decided to bring him back on. But in order to find a time slot for him, all the time slots were taken, so we've added him to the Sunday show. So he's going to be our last guest on Sunday evening. We're going to have Alon back. He's going to have all of his clothes available. Robin's going to be here to talk about them, to tell you the price of them and how you're going to be able to get them. Okay? So that's what we have planned for you for next week. Right, Alan?
That's right. And just to remind everybody, tell all your friends to go to the Facebook page, Black Artist Marketplace. That's where they can see us live next weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if they don't have a Facebook account, they can go to YouTube and they can watch the show on Bamboozle by Lavallee. They just have to put that in the search bar and Bamboozle by Lavallee. They'll be able to watch the show at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
because everybody don't have Facebook, and Facebook is,
That's right.
so you can go to YouTube. We've had customers that have come specifically off of YouTube uh, because they weren't users of Facebook. So if they see our show on YouTube, they can, get in touch with us. So it stays up and it's available. I think we've had something like 60,000 views now on some of our shows. So we're
Yes,
going to continue.
amazing.
Yeah, amazing. So,
Yep.
so that's our lineup for next week, right?
It's our lineup, and we did really well. We've got 2 minutes left. I'm looking at the comments. Just people are mentioning different artists that they're excited to see. Unities and Brenda. So yeah, I think Damali, I think people are going to be ready, definitely. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm I was going to say I was going to get some rest, but not really because I've got to work to make hats for the show and then sleep maybe in 2 weeks' time. I don't know. But I'm going to be ready.
Yeah, the show really zaps you. I mean, I remember when the last one, after the last week, I said, okay, well, I can rest the next day. And I tried resting the next day, but then I couldn't do anything the day after that. So it took me like 3 days before I got going to work on my orders, you know. So
I know.
it takes a lot out of you to do the show, and then you got to put your stuff together too, because we have to show our work also. We will be showing
It,
our
it,
work.
it it takes a lot, but we're excited to do it. My
That's for
goal
sure.
is to make sure that you see all these wonderful artists that you haven't seen all year and that we present them in the best possible light and you get to shop and support the artists, black artists, shop black. It's the holiday season. So here we are, ready for you to support us. So thank you guys. Thank you in advance.
Thank you all. Thank you all again, and we'll look forward to seeing you on next Friday. Okay?
Yep.
Peace.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye bye.